Hello there, and welcome to another playoff edition of SGFFL Weekly. I'm your host, Scott Gross, and I'm also the commissioner. Well, what a great opening week of the 2013 playoffs as the number 12 team in the league, the number 12 seed, knocked off the number 5 seed, the highest scoring team in the league in Lastrup's Bob Polkamp. The Hillman Chiefs and Lonnie Gross stay alive to defend their title for yet another week. Let's go down south ourselves right now and talk with co-commissioner Gabe Stott. Gabe, your thoughts on the big upset by the Big Chiefs?
Hillman put together a good enough week while Bob kind of laid an egg a little bit. He still had a chance to come through in the second half on Monday night with Hauschka needing a 50-yard plus field goal. That would have done it for him, but didn't happen. And Hillman moves on as the presumed Cinderella story.
Thanks, Gabe. Let's take a look now at the divisional round as the division champs will now be in play. The number 1 seed, Kane and Friends, led by Kyle and Nathan Stump. They will take on that number 12 team that we already talked about, the defending champions in the Hillman Chiefs. We caught up with Big Chief himself, Chief Wahoo from the Hillman Chiefs.
It's a pretty good feeling. I mean, to be the 12th team being the highest scoring team in the league, that's pretty cool. I certainly didn't think I'd be in the playoffs this year. Kind of went against my original plan, chip in a chair. I'll take that and, roll the dice and see what happens. I can beat the highest scoring team in the league. Why not? Why not everybody else? Take them down one at a time. Different teams kind of pop their head above everybody else, but then they come back down to the pack as well.
Thanks, Big Chief. Let's take a look at the other divisional matchups we have here in round 2 of the playoffs. We have the number 2 seed, the Red Devils, led by Aaron New. They will take on our number 7 seed and Gabe Stott's very own New Orleans nemesis. The number 3 seed, the Hurt Locker, will take on the number 6 seed in Doug Dickman's East-West connection in what should be the marquee matchup of the weekend. And then Big D's Dynasty, your number 4 seed, will take on the number 6 seed in TBG's BVD's Trevor Gross's squad is hurting at quarterback right now. Big D might have them right where they want them. Looking at these 4 division champions, are there any of these 4 teams, Gabe, that may be the weakest link of the 4? Back down south to you.
Division winners, you've got Hurt Locker, K&N, Red Devils, and Big D. My immediate favorite for that, you got on paper, you got to look at Hurt Locker. For me, I think he's the best team out of that bunch. The team that might need some help and a little bit of luck, which tends to usually happen for him, would be Big D's Dynasty. I think, to me, he's kind of the weakest link, but I'm sure he'll tell everybody otherwise. We'll see what happens. He's lucky enough to have a pretty good matchup, so we'll see how he fares in the coming weeks as well.
Thank you, Gabe. When you take a look at this, are there any surprises, or is there an intriguing matchup you're looking at in round 2 of the playoffs?
The most intriguing matchup for me this week has got to be the Hurt Locker versus East-West. Hurt Locker came off their bye, scoring over 100 points for the second time this year, and East-West is coming off a demolishing of J-City, scoring 99 points themselves. They're right at that 100-point mark last week. One thing of note that I see with these two is that the last time the Hurt Locker put up 100 plus, they followed that up with a stinker. A bad week. They put up 23 points following the 100-point week last time. With their matchups, I don't necessarily see that happening again as bad, but he does have some tough matchups. So I'm looking for East-West to pull off the upset over Hurt Locker this week.
Good stuff, Gabe. Let's take a look now at what happened in the Toilet Bowl series. We have a round robin going in Group A and in Group B. Let's take a look at the teams that won in round number 1. Here in Group A, you see that the MILFs got by the Kittens, and also we have Thumpers Bumpers thumping Boston. So here's your standings after round 1 of play. Remember, we'll go 3 rounds. Now we'll take a look at Group B. Here's what happened in Group B. Scott City just edged out St. Paul by a score of 37-30, and the Bad Boys, the favorite in Group B, well, they had no trouble with their counterpart in Cami Killers. Here's a look at the Round 2 matchups now in the Toilet Bowl Series. You can see Group A right here. Here's the matchups in round number 2. And now we'll take a look at Round 2 for Section B. Here's Group B and their matchups during the week. We'll also take a look real quickly right here at the standings. There you see those in Group A, the standings for Group A, and now the standings in Group B. That's where the teams stand. Again, you play everybody in your group one time, and the team with the best record will move on to the Toilet Bowl Championship. If there is a tie-in record, we'll go on to most points scored in that 3-week period of time. Now, the teams that got knocked out in the opening round of the playoffs, you're not done yet. You'll have a bye this week, and then you'll take on the 4 teams in a random drawing that get knocked out this week. It's the brand new consolation bracket, and you'll be going for $50 at the end of the year. It replaces our random finish drawing. So even though you lost last week, and even though you may lose this week, you'll still be alive and be back in action next week. So don't put away your keyboards yet, and don't throw away your pens just yet as well. Well, that's been another look of SGFFL Weekly. Glad to have you joining us. I want to thank Gabe Stott down in Phoenix, Arizona at the No compound, and also Chief Wahoo himself. They're still alive. The number 12 seed has gotten it done. Congratulations go out to Lonnie Gross and the Hillman Chiefs. They'll certainly need it this week versus K&N. Well, for everybody here at Scott Studios, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Play hard.